it will pass away. I've put in emphasis by saying love is, because when I look at it, the Bible does not even give us one word. So when you're kind to someone, it means you're qualified to say you're in love. When you're patient, when you do not envy, when you do not keep records, Hello, my people. Welcome, and today we are thinking about love. Love is in the air. What is this thing called love? Do we have a proper definition of love? If I asked you the color of love, do you know how it looks? Have you ever been in love? Are you certain for sure you know how to fall in love? What is love? Do we have a definition? How about in the Bible? Do we have a definition? So this is one of the areas that I know there are many questions that have been going on. What is this thing called love? Is it a thing, by the way, or is it a feeling? Is it something that you can be able to capture and say, this is love, it is orange, it is blue, it is black? Just looking and listening and being around for a while, it's one of those areas I've been wondering, do we even have a definition? And even I looked in the dictionary, whether we have a definition of love. And most of the time what dictionaries say, from Oxford and even all the other types of dictionaries, it will only say love is a feeling, it's an affectionate feeling, and it will say, give even examples, how to enhance a definition, it will say, I love my dog. Then another sentence, I love my husband, I love my shoe, I love my food. So really, what is this thing called love? So today we are joining me as we discuss about love and whether there is a sure way of knowing when you are in love and whether we have a definition. So as I said, looked around in the dictionaries, and all I'm finding is it's an affectionate feeling. And that is why you wonder, how can I say I love my food with the same wavelength with I love my boyfriend, I love my husband, I love my baby, I love my job? So to me, love, when we look at it, could it be the reason why sometimes it's misconstrued? And sometimes people will even do things and say, oh, do we have a thing called love? And this even took me to the Bible. Let us look even in the Bible whether there is any definition, whether it can help us, yeah? And I'm going to look at the book of the one that I came across. And hey, welcome to comment. Bring in your thoughts in case maybe you have a proper way of definition of what love is. You're welcome. So I'm going to look from the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and from verse 4 up to verse 8. Let us just see whether we can be able to find thoughts. Do we have one word of this thing called love? What is love? So the Bible says that love, as I said, 1 Corinthians chapter 13 from verse 4. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not boast. Love is not proud. Love is not rude. It is not self-seeking. Love is not easily angered. Love does not keep any records. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. Love will always protect. Love will always trust. Love will always bring hope. Love will always persevere. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, there will cease. There are tongues, there'll be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. I've put in emphasis by saying love is, because when I look at it, the Bible does not even give us one word. So when you're kind to someone, it means you're qualified to say you're in love. When you're patient with someone, when you do not envy, when you do not keep records, when you're having hope, because love is always hope. And also love is perseverance. Why I'm bringing this subject? It's because there has been discussions all along. In many places, I know you and I have met these discussions amongst our friends, in families, amongst our organizations, where we go about, maybe churches, wherever, this subject of love. And I remember it's one of those things I ask myself. So it means we have been given also intuition kind of a feeling to describe and discuss what love is. I remember when we were growing up, most of us who grew up a couple of decades ago, you would even be beaten and your parent would tell you, I'm beating you because I love you. I know, not abuse, like just smacking you once and saying, you lied to me, I'm beating you so that you stop lying. So you see, love, when I look at it, it's really broad. So if you love someone, you will desire to be kind to them. If you love someone, then it means you will not be envious. Even just a friend who loves another friend, or siblings who love each other, you will not be envious because you love each other. As a husband, as a wife, if you love each other, you'll not be envious when your spouse is progressing. You'd want them to even progress further because their success is your success. If you love someone, you'll be patient with their mistakes. You'll be patient with their shortcomings because you love each other, because love is patient. You know, if your spouse, because I'm taking the true perspective of love, like in a spouse. If they're not the very best, maybe they don't know how to leave the kitchen tidy or leave the shower room tidy, or they're dressing, or you know how you hear stories that sometimes one of the spouses, maybe a husband, maybe a wife, when they come, they start removing their shoes from the door. And by the time they're reaching the bedroom, the last part of their dressing is in bed. You'll be patient with them, train them how to be more organized, pick whatever mess they are, come and clean the sink, help them to know how to clean better. You'll be patient with them. You'll persevere because love is persevering. And when they do all this, we are also told love does not keep records. So you'll not be reminding them, remember yesterday you put your clothes on the floor, I picked for you, I washed the dishes for you, you didn't wash, I cleaned the bathroom. You are doing it with perseverance because you love the person. And this goes also to your colleagues at work, because we are saying love is not only to husband and wife. Love is a general feeling of liking, of affectionate, because even the dictionary is not giving us precise words. So even at your workplace, you have these colleagues who will always be your thorn in the flesh. Whenever you put your pen, they'll come and pick it, and they won't even remember whether they have kept, maybe how you like to put your chair, how maybe they will come. There are some people very specific. They push a chair towards the table. Some, they even leave it in the middle of the room. There are those things that I'm saying. If you love someone, you'll be able to be kind to them, persevere, and also love them the way they are in preparation to making them better. Okay, we have the loving your dog, loving your cat, loving your shoe, and you'll find whatever you love, you will want to take care of it. Like I know, people who love shoes, for example, whenever their shoe is rained on, they'll clean it, polish it with a shoe cream. When they reach home, keep it to dry and keep it nicely because they love their shoe. People who love their pets, their cats and dogs, I love the way I see the love they have. They'll even be taking these cats to the vets and dogs and keep a diary for their appointments. When you go to the shopping malls, there's an alley for only pets food, and they are costly. You'll see how the cost of it's equal to people who buy maybe a jerry can of milk. You'll find it is equivalent, just a small thing, a small container is equivalent to a packet of milk. What I mean, it's pricey, but because you love, you invest. How about now a person? So if you love a person, you'd want to invest in them. This is a human being. You want to invest in your child. You want them to go to the best school. You'd want them to come the very best. If it's your spouse, you'd like your spouse to come the very best. And this one, I'm going to bring it from this perspective. I know sometimes we have the stereotypes of men should do better than women, but with the current trend of also women really catching up and getting educated and getting positions and getting more out in the areas of influence. A husband supporting such a woman, it's not for threatening his ego, but it is to come out as a winning team. So, because if you love someone, you are not bothered whether they excel before you or after, because you're not in competition as a couple. You are a team, you're a winning team together. So, if you love someone, you'll not be threatened, you'll not be envious of them, you will not feel like you're small. Instead, you will support them, because imagine their goal. Winning a goal is your goal. And there's this example of football team. There's no way you'll be kicking the ball towards your goalkeeper, isn't it? At least those are basic rules. You'll be wanting to kick it towards your opponent. So your opponent in this case will be towards maybe making them go to school, getting education, getting promoted. So to me, this thing called love, does anybody have a clue what it is? Who can help us maybe be able to define it better? I think love was left openly like that for us to be able to say love is not black, love is not green, but to be able to come out with all those things put together, and then you can be able to say, I love you because I trust you. And the other person can say they love you because they trust you. And you can say, I feel loved because he's kind to me, she is kind to me. I feel loved because his perseverance towards me, her perseverance towards me, the way she treats me. And on this note, I remember there has been incomings of a few requests that have been coming from my friends and from my inbox, because I've shared how I got married at an advanced age, if there's any word like that. I didn't get married when I was very young. And there has been requests of people asking me, how did you meet your husband? Please tell us. It's an area we've been trying to run away, my husband and I. But even just yesterday, someone is saying, oh, Carol, we would like to hear how you met your husband. How did you know he's the right one? What signs did you have? These are some of the things that usually come. And we are thinking, what do you guys think? Now, I leave this to you, our karaoke moments fans and subscribers. And what do you think? Should I share how I met my husband? Is it an important thing? Yes, I got married, having lived for over 4 decades. I know you'll calculate. And if it is important, I don't mind. We can share, we can talk about it. Not in today's video. Today's video is, what is this thing called love? And will you even be able to know whether you're in love or not? Are you able to know? Yeah, and that is when this question has been coming up. And especially, I'm from East Africa, my husband is from West Africa, for example. How did you meet? How did your two opposite zones meet? And how did you know even he's the right one? How did he know you're the right one? So there's this discussion and a video upcoming. What do you guys think? Tell me. Would you like me to tell you how I met my husband? Do you think it's something that can encourage? Actually, the person that I met yesterday is someone who told me that having waited for marriage for quite a long time, and she would like to be encouraged. Do we have anybody who has waited, or all of you people get married early? I don't know whether it's everyone, but for people who have waited, and in this case, actually, she is also a Christian, I'm a Christian. So waiting in the for quite a long time, you're seeing people are getting married, you're attending weddings, sometimes it's your cousins, young people in church that maybe when you are mentoring are getting married, discouragements. What do you think? Would you like to know how I met my husband? And what is this thing called love? Hey, have you subscribed in karaoke moments? If you haven't, please subscribe. Please share our videos, like, comment, drop your comments, especially on this one question today I'm asking. I would like to see how it goes. Do you think it's interesting to just know how I met my husband? Would it be encouraging? Would you like to hear about it? It's a question, as I'm saying, we've been sleeping on it, but it's really coming into our inboxes. Sometimes even when I meet people face to face, if it's a discussion that can be, why not? We can discuss it at karaoke. Can be vulnerable and openly say how we met and how we are doing. Otherwise, keep on watching our videos, stick all the way to the end so that we can be able to have a good watch time hours, and so that we can continue building this. And hey, share with your friends. Let them also get to be part of our family. Thank you for those ones who have already subscribed. If you haven't, Kindly do it now. And the big question, what is this thing called love? Number 2, would you like to know how I met my husband? Any other thing you want to know about us? This is a time when we are feeling fine. Any personalized questions that people have been asking, I feel now we are ready. Any question that I'm comfortable, I will be able to bring a video on it, because it's our channel and it's our content. Kindly, till we get to see you again, answer that. Do you want more videos about more personalized, how I met my husband? And what is this thing called love? Tell me in your words. See you then. Bye.